Triple H is the new wrestling poppy, and he already brought back names like Karrion Kross, who never actually appeared before on the main roster, Dakota Kai, Hit Row, Johnny Gargano, Braun Strowman, and Dexter Lumis. Okay, maybe he's not officially back, he's trying though. We already knew that Triple H is going to bring back some names, but I didn't expect Triple H to be into trains. Triple H told me I could be anything, so I'm a train. Now it's pretty clear that Triple H is going to bring back even more wrestlers, but who should it be? Number 1, CM Punk. Oh wait, they hate each other.
I love dicks.
Now, to be honest, I could give you like 20 names that I would like to see back in the WWE, but in this video I'm going to try to avoid as many AEW names as possible because they have contracts, so it's not really realistic. Imagine if WWE didn't fire 25,000 wrestlers, Triple H would be thriving right now. So yes, we don't know what's gonna happen with CM Punk, but even if he leaves AEW, it's pretty clear we're not seeing CM Punk in the WWE, and maybe it's for the better. I would like to see one tag team back, Breezango. They were actually pretty great in the first place, 2 charismatic wrestlers, and now it makes even more sense than ever before. People, we have maximum male models. Look at these dudes. Look at these abs. I mean, I don't swing that way, but I'm being objective right here. These are some hot ass motherfuckers. It only makes sense. Breezango walked so maximum male models could run. Even if it's without maximum male models, even if it's not as a tag team, Tyler Breeze is an amazing talent. Fandango is an amazing talent. 2 very underrated wrestlers, so I would definitely love to see them back. And I'm pretty sure they have a great relationship with Triple H because they worked in NXT. So I'm pretty sure Triple H likes them. Now, even though I've said that I'm not gonna talk about AEW a lot, I can't ignore this one. Buddy Murphy. I don't know for how long he signed with AEW, but this man had so much potential. I keep talking about this, but matches against Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali on SmackDown, once he actually got called up to the main roster, were absolutely amazing. I'm not the one to remember random ass matches on Raw or SmackDown, but these always stood out to me. Whenever this man was in the ring, he was like, I'ma prove why I deserve to be on the main roster, why I deserve to be in the main event, and why I deserve to be a main eventer. AEW's roster is pretty huge right now, so I get why most of these names are being barely used, but in the WWE, he could be a star. I mean, AEW situation is so interesting, they didn't know what to do with Cody. So that's the only AEW name I'm going to mention, but Buddy Murphy is someone that I really want to see back in the WWE because he's such a wasted talent. Imagine being so talented and the highlight of your career is getting naughty with Ray's daughter. I don't know, man.
They did what? No, that's not weird.
Y'all know I'm a John Morrison mark. Apparently, WWE don't want old men. John Morrison is not old. He's probably the same age as The Miz. Another name that always made me focus on the match. You know, I don't care about these random ass 6-man, 8-man tag team matches. Whenever we saw John Morrison in any type of match, he always stole the show. He's giving me Dolph Ziggler vibes. A very trustworthy, reliable talent, and always make sure to entertain the fans to the best of their ability. So John Morrison is someone I desperately want to see back. They didn't even use the guy. He was in a tag team with The Miz, and there's so much more in John Morrison than a tag team with The Miz. I remember back in the day when we got John Morrison and The Miz as a tag team, I always thought that John Morrison is going to be, well, Shawn Michaels to The Miz's Jannetty. Not that The Miz was bad, but John Morrison, I mean, look at this dude. He looks like exactly the type of wrestler Vince McMahon would love. It's still mind-blowing that John Morrison got fired, so I really want to see him back in the WWE. Now, some of you might disagree with this one, but I would love to see Heath Slater back. This man was comedy gold, and he proved that you don't need to be a main eventer to be successful and entertain the fans. There is a spot in wrestling for every type of gimmick. Heath Slater was almost an ultimate jobber, but he made it work. I absolutely love the Heath Slater storyline with the legends. Every week he called out legends. He didn't even call them out, he was just talking, and every week a legend would beat the crap out of Heath Slater. It was really entertaining, and who could forget Heath Slater trying to get a job in the WWE because he wasn't drafted. Then he finally got the job, won the tag team championships with Rhino, and he did it for the kids. It's really rare in wrestling, but Heath Slater was comedy done right. Now this one is an obvious one, Sasha Banks and Naomi. So like Triple H said, there was a miscommunication and he doesn't know whether Sasha Banks and Naomi are going to be back. In Triple H's words, it depends on what Sasha Banks wants to do with her life. She's successful, she can choose whatever she wants, but they would be really really valuable to the women's division, whether it's as a tag team or not, it doesn't really matter. Vince McMahon really effed up by not being able to keep Sasha Banks in the company. Aleister Black got released by AEW. He still has a non-compete clause, but he's one of the Triple H's boys. One name that we will definitely see back in the WWE. He was kind of mistreated in AEW. He didn't feel important at all. In NXT, he had a completely different vibe. And he's one of these guys you can almost build a company around, and I believe Triple H knows exactly what he would do with a guy like Aleister Black. This guy pretty much has it all. He had a great theme song, great wrestling skills, great look, great finisher. He was just fun to watch. So Triple H should definitely bring him back. Now this one is an obvious one, The Rock. So just like Triple H said, the time is ticking. The Rock is getting older, and he was actually supposed to face Triple H a few years ago, but obviously The Rock be busy. He works out 50 hours a day, he sleeps for 5 seconds, he eats a dinosaur. The Rock is busy. So it doesn't really depend on whether Triple H wants to bring The Rock back. He does. It depends on whether The Rock can return to the WWE, because when you're actually filming a movie, you cannot wrestle because you're basically risking a lot of money. You're putting a lot of people at risk. But the head of the table is waiting. It's WrestleMania Hollywood. It only makes sense for The Rock to return. Now, in my opinion, it should not be for the championship. If we will see The Rock, it's gonna be pretty interesting, because what happens with Cody? He should be the one to take the championship from Roman Reigns, and it should be at WrestleMania, but then plans would probably change. And the last must-have name that Triple H needs to bring back is Bray Wyatt. Whether it's the Eater of Worlds, the Fiend, or even Husky Harris, Bray Wyatt is definitely the biggest free agent at the moment. We're obviously not counting The Rock. Triple H kinda criticized Bray Wyatt for being way too creative and not being able to focus on one thing, but he didn't say that he doesn't want to bring him back. Another example of how clueless WWE truly were at the time. Bray Wyatt was the most over guy on the roster. You fed him to Goldberg, you made him lose the championship, you gave him Alexa Bliss. It almost felt like WWE tried to sabotage his career. Now, you all know Bray Wyatt is very creative, so I wouldn't necessarily love to see Bray Wyatt or The Fiend. I want to see something different, perhaps a mixture of both, because this right now brings back bad memories. Obviously, I could go on and on. There are many names I would like to see back in the WWE. Some legends actually, not necessarily in a wrestler's role, but you know, being a manager, general managers. But this is a topic for another video, so let me know more names that Triple H should bring back to the WWE. This is just my personal list. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.